Hey guys, the ECEA is back again with a new podcast for tips and strategies for GATE preparation. Today we have with us Ms.Haritha from 4th year of the ECE department to share her experience with us. I want to start by congratulating Ms. Haritha on her performance in the GATE exam. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Like, when did you start your preparation for GATE?
I did start during the March of last year, 2020, but I didn't continue it though. Due to placements and everything, I didn't continue it, and then I started in the January, in the middle of January or start of January.
Okay, so you started last year, but you didn't continue it, and then
Yes,
again you
yes.
started during just before, before the exams.
Just before the exam, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
and obviously in between there'll be college exams and like your mids and your final exams. How did you
Especially
manage your
project
time?
review.
Yeah, like how did you manage your time, like studying for GATE as well as your college exams?
Actually, it is not such a difficult thing to manage time. If you are truly, uh, what do you say, uh, determined to prepare, it is not a big problem. But we tend to enjoy it. We tend to waste it. Right? That makes it difficult. You'll have a
Uh,
lot of time in between. There is not. You have only three classes, and uh, we have labs, but generally during according to the schedule, you'll have only one lab, which is around uh, lab 3 hours and classes 3 hours. It takes around 15 hours or 20 hours max a week. And remaining time you'll be very free to do whatever you want.
okay.
If you are so determined to prepare for the grade, then it won't be a big problem. Time, there would be a lot of time.
Okay. How different is the syllabus being taught in our college compared to the GATE exams? Like, I know the majority of the topics will be similar, but about the depth of the topics covered.
That you should take care of. Actually, from what I have prepared for only 3 or 4 subjects, to be
Okay.
frank, and then I revised the remaining subjects. I didn't prepare for them. I just revised from the YouTube classes or from other sources. Uh, from what I observed, EDC mainly, there is a
Okay.
lot of difference. You should go in depth rather than covering the lot of things. You should get a whole idea of how it happens and how you should go through the question. Everything. So, and remaining my electromagnetics and remaining that one, I don't find much difference. It is actually quite similar. Only EDC I found it is very different from what's being taught and what is actually there for the syllabus.
Okay. So, except for EDC, everything else was covered properly in the in the syllabus for our college.
Mostly.
Okay. And
I would suggest
obviously,
that everyone should take care of engineering mathematics. They should read engineering mathematics well. If they read engineering mathematics, it would be, same topics application would be there in network analysis, and same topic application would be there in electromagnetics
okay.
and probability in communication. So, I would suggest that everyone should read engineering mathematics and aptitude very well. If they do those three subjects, engineering mathematics, English, and aptitude, then they can do remaining better.
Okay. And obviously, like planning of the syllabus is really important for such exams. So,
Mm.
how did you plan out the syllabus, like to cover the topics for each subject?
Actually, I told you that I started in last year summer, right?
Yeah.
Initially, I have read aptitude and mathematics itself
Okay.
because that aptitude would be useful for the placements too.
Okay.
So it will cover much of the for placements also. It would be like you did for both of them, and
Okay.
then I would suggest you take your favorite subject because if suppose for me favorite subject is EDC, so I started with EDC. Generally, people don't find interest in EDC, so they take it and also check the weightage of those topics. Generally,
Yeah.
electromagnetics it has around 10 marks and it has a whole lot of syllabus for 10 marks, for just 10
Okay.
marks. To be frank. And many people find difficult to read electromagnetics. So don't choose electromagnetics at first, I would say. Because
So, like,
if
which books did you refer
you
for?
lose the interest to
Okay.
sorry, come again.
Yeah. So for electromagnetics and
Hmm.
EDC, what are the books you referred for each of the subjects? Did you refer any books or you went by notes and the internet?
Uh, I did read a few books, but not completely. And it takes a lot of time if you read completely. So I think, wait,
Okay. So,
I mean,
mostly
I
of
go
it.
only topic wise rather
Okay.
than reading the whole book. It takes a
Okay.
lot of time and it is completely mixed. I would suggest if you don't understand the topic, then refer the that's it.
Uh, and about the exam itself, like during the exam, there's obviously a virtual calculator, right? And
Yeah.
everyone's not so accustomed to using it online, like in a computer.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think that affects your time while giving the exam? Obviously, there'll be a lot of calculations to be done in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
few
yeah.
of the subjects.
I think if you write enough mock tests, I mean,
Okay.
just before I told you that I started preparing in January.
Yeah.
From Jan 15 onwards, I think I wrote a mock test per day so
Okay.
that I get accustomed to the time and use the calculator. So
Okay.
if you write enough mock tests, I don't think it would be a problem to use the calculator. You'll get used to it. Well,
Okay. And like since you said a few of the topics have a lot more weightage in the
syllabus
exam. Yeah.
and
So,
weightage, yeah. Mhm.
which topic would you say is like most extensively covered in the exam? Like most of the questions which are asked in a particular topic.
Uh, Generally, they'll cover more EDC. I mean, everything connected to EDC. Like linear circuits, it is connected to linear is nothing but analog circuits.
Okay.
Uh, I think it's LICA is in our course. They call it linear applications,
Okay.
linear linear circuits, and then the CMOS, MOSFETs, everything. It comes under EDC. Because if you have the enough basics for EDC, then everything next to it would be similar formula, like
Okay.
similar way of doing it.
Uh,
So it has more weightage, but it is a vast topic. If you are really interested in it, then I would suggest you go for it. And digital electronics, it is very small topic and easy to understand too, and it
yeah.
takes very less time. So if you are interested in that, then go for it. But
Uh,
everyone should read engineering mathematics because that would be the base for it.
yeah. So about engineering mathematics, did you do it separately or while studying for your like each individual subject? Did you then go into the topic? For example, signals and systems. There's obviously a lot of concepts used in engineering from engineering mathematics. Did
Yeah.
you start the engineering mathematics when you after you started signals and
Actually,
systems, or did you revise it
no,
before
no,
and then
no.
go with the?
I started with the engineering mathematics first. I read
Okay.
it for a week and then I went to other subjects. Because
Okay.
if as you have finished your classes by then I mean, before preparing, you would have finished the signals and systems, DSP, everything. So you get while reading engineering mathematics, it is taught in your first year, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
First year and second year too. You'll have CVL, right? Sorry, no, complex variables and special functions.
Yeah.
CVL, and probability it is taught in second year. By third year, you would have finished those topics, everything related to mathematics. So if you start reading mathematics, you will get to know, okay, this topic is used in electromagnetics. Suppose differential equations. It is taught in our first year. It is used in network analysis.
Okay. Yeah.
And similarly, and again, vector analysis, it is used in electromagnetics. So when you start reading engineering mathematics, you'll get to know, okay, these topics are used there. If you concentrate well, Laplace also, it will be taught in your first year and it is used in SS, signals and systems.
Yeah.
So if you read those engineering mathematics, okay, this topic is used there. So try to find the applications where you have used it. If you read in that way, engineering mathematics will be better and it will cover most of the topics, most of other topics, other subjects topics.
Okay. And one more thing, since you've already said that few of the subjects have more weightage, like EDC, and since it has more weightage and it's also your favorite subject, that's kind of an advantage. But
Yeah, yeah.
what would you say, like for generally any student who's preparing, should they go by their strengths or weaknesses, or focus on a particular subject?
Wait.
Like,
I would suggest that from what I have seen, okay, this is just for me, what I
okay,
felt, because
okay,
I prepared only for 3 or 4 subjects.
okay,
So from what I feel, it is if you read a whole subject clearly rather than skimming over the topics of all
okay,
subjects, it would be
okay,
very beneficial. And
okay,
also, you should take care of what do you say? You should revise it constantly.
okay. Yeah,
Many thing. That is the major one. Many people don't do. They read a lot of topics, but they don't revise it. So by the time of exam, they forget it, what they have read in EDC.
yeah. So for revision,
Especially EDC requires a lot of revising because you don't.
okay.
There are a lot of. It is a ocean, so obviously there will be a lot of topics. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So about EDC and also revision, like, did you maintain like while you're studying it for the first time, did you create any notes, short notes kind of thing to make your revision easier? Because
I
going
did.
through the entire textbook just before the exam is not practical.
It's very difficult. Yeah, I did write. Actually, I wrote 2 notes or something for EDC. It
Okay.
has such a. It is such a good topic. I did
And
write notes.
the question,
I'll share
like,
with you if you want, but it takes a lot of time to scan. I can.
no, it's fine. We just want to make like give the information to the students, not like entire notes and all, because each person have an individual preparation style, right?
Yeah, sure. It's better
And
to write while you read because it's like you are acknowledging it while not just listening and just
okay, okay.
following everything. And it really helps for the revision for sure.
No, if it's really required, I'll contact you again. I'll just find out with my the association numbers and then inform you.
Okay.
And like most of the people think that GATE exam is only for the final year students. Like people don't consider writing it during the third year.
Like,
Most of them. But is it
just
really
give it a
advantageous?
chance. I think it's better. Many people actually you don't have any 4th year topics in the GATE exam, so
Yeah.
it is really a good time for you to write in 3rd year.
Okay.
Plus, you'll remember because you have those topics were taught in your 3rd year itself, and you are writing in 3rd year itself. So you remember from the exam, you would have read for the exams and everything, right? And you will remember those topics. I would say, it is definitely good to write in 3rd year rather than Okay. Directly. Yeah.
Okay. And like, why did you choose GATE over the other exams? Like, some people go for CAT, and a
Mhm.
few others go for the government services. Why GATE? Are you planning to do a post graduation course, or is it just to help you
Actually,
with
I
your
wanted
GATE?
to do. I wanted to, but my rank is not good enough to get in good colleges.
Okay,
I mean,
so it's mainly for
I want.
placements. Like, your personal reason right now is for placements, for better placements.
I don't think it is placement. You don't get much placements.
Okay,
I got
moving.
a rank of 2,900. You should get
Okay,
around 1,000 you should to get placed or to use for medical uses.
I couldn't get the last part. Okay, could you be a little clearer, please?
I think you should get around below 1,000 rank to get in PSUs or to get in good colleges.
Okay,
Rank of. Mm. So you should prepare for that.
okay. And what could the college have done better? I mean, what are the resources that the college could have provided to the students in order to make their preparation easier and more better? What do you feel?
Uh, this is See, what I feel is I like to read by myself rather than listening to classes or but I would from what I saw during the exam and during the revision, if you have listened to the classes better, I mean if they have cleared the applications to the topics rather than just going on
Okay.
with the topics, then you have and if
Like,
you listen to the classes very properly, then gate would be very easy, I think.
okay,
Just revision would suffice rather than going on to the whole topic.
okay,
Especially in digital electronics, electromagnetics. They don't, I mean, they ask only surface questions rather than the whole topic.
okay. And one more thing about the teaching in the college. Like, currently, most of the teachers go based on theory, right? In our college, like, they give us a
Yes,
lot of
yes, yes.
theory classes, and then whatever practical applications we have, that's usually limited during the labs. Our lab classes, whatever uses for the circuits or we are learning about, it's basically explained
Mhm.
during the lab in a very condensed manner. So do you
Yeah, yeah.
think do you think the faculty and the teaching should be more focused on the application point of view and its use on what we are going to do after we pass out of college, or just the theory part? Because
For that, what I feel is theory is good and it is required to. I don't say to cut the theory and do the practical applications. But if you say application and then go on with the theory, suppose if the example, generally we use MOSFETs in the designing of any processors and everything.
okay,
MOSFETs is used.
yeah,
We don't use transistors or anything much
yeah,
in recent technologies. Many people will have a question that why do we need to learn about the transistors before going to, as we are using only MOSFETs, then
yeah,
why is it required? Then before teaching a topic, you should give the interest like this would be useful in this. So that and if
but
transistors is used, I mean transistors is also useful in few other areas which we
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
They should
The main
mention it
point is,
before teaching the topic.
yes, the main point. The what I'm trying to say is, like, we
Hmm.
have the topic of MOSFETs covered at least up until second year
Hmm.
is basically one small topic which is uh, which is taught to us
Drain
in
current,
the
I guess.
third semester. Yeah, JSET and MOSFET, that's just taught for one semester, and the most of the focus is given on BJT. Like even for
But
multi-stage.
actually, MOSFETs are very useful. Same
Yeah.
we have faced same given
So do you think
we
that
go in
kind of
depth with the transistors and we leave the MOSFETs. We can self-learn MOSFETs, but it is beneficial to listen to the classes rather than self-learn because it is a
okay,
ocean of topics and we don't know where to start and where to learn.
okay, and about
And teachers should give interest, before
okay,
the topic, they should give this would be useful in so and so application so that you'll get many people get interested by those applications.
okay.
I think.
And one more thing,
Mm.
did like a lot of people join coaching centers for GATE. So
Mm.
did you join in any coaching or on your own preparation? And how important do you think it is to join a coaching? Like how useful will it be?
Um, Actually, I told you right. I have took this subscription from ACE Academy to
Okay,
listen to their classes.
okay,
Their classes are very clear and they give the problems which they have previous gate questions.
okay,
They solve it in the class, which are very helpful because they do the problems, which is what we face in our gate exams. So it is beneficial. But if
okay,
you don't want to, you can also prepare directly, but you should solve enough mock tests. If you have the motivation to solve enough mock tests and enough problems from the previous exams, then you can go for without coaching.
okay. And
During the
yeah,
end period, and I told you that I finished only 20%, 18 to 20% of the classes from the ACE
okay,
Academy. And I did mostly only the previous exam question papers and how I got the idea,
okay.
like what would be there and how to prepare.
And since you've said mock tests are really important,
Yeah.
can you suggest any good mock test sites like for GATE?
Mm, I I don't know, because I took the subscription from ACE, they provided a strict mock test, and they also provide I think mock test series. It's like a you
Okay,
should pay for the series and they'll give you the series.
okay. So
And it ranges from difficult to easy also. They provide
yeah,
difficult tests and easy tests and moderate tests. So,
okay. So so you got your mock test from ACE Academy, like from your
yeah,
subscription of ACE
ACE
Academy.
Academy.
Uh, and one last thing, you said aptitude is really important for placements, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So what kind of questions do they ask in the aptitude? Or because like there are lots of topics, right? Is it really focused, or maybe we have some kind of image reversals, clockwork problems, all that? Like how is it? How
Aptitude wouldn't be much difficult for placements, I think. I wrote only Deloitte because I got selected in Deloitte. So
okay,
further exams, I didn't write any of them. I am not allowed to. So,
okay,
so aptitude from what I felt, it is basically the same we have learned in a plus one, plus two.
okay,
But you need to remember that. Many people don't remember it well. LCM formulae, HCF properties, and everything like that. Streaming board up, relative velocity, relative distance.
okay. So
Those
most of
are
the
covered in a plus one and plus two, but many people don't remember now.
aptitude
So,
questions are basically our 11th and 12th basic
mm,
questions, you would say.
yes, for Deloitte, I found it
Okay,
in that.
for Deloitte. Okay.
No, yeah.
Uh, yeah, I guess
And
that's
English would be
I mean
little tricky for Deloitte.
English.
I mean, exactly. In
It's
communication English, it's
mostly
like you'll understand the question, but the options would be so confusing that you won't be able to choose one.
okay. So preparation of English grammar is also really important.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially for the like if you want to prepare,
Okay.
it is
What kind of did you prepare extensively for the English? I mean, English paper.
not exact. Mm.
I mean,
I didn't prepare extensively, but you should get
at
the
least
logic
some
that
referring a book or something like that.
yeah, there could be I think test series. I don't remember the website very well. Uh, it also provides some mock lessons or in that way.
Okay.
If you answer the question, if it goes wrong, then refer the topic from the Google or from any other
Okay.
source,
Okay.
so that you'll get the concept behind the question, concept
Okay.
behind the topic. So basically, I learned from the answers, question and answers to the topics, rather than reading the topic and then questions.
Okay. I guess yeah. That's it. Like I'm out of questions,
Uh,
and thanks for
I would
giving
suggest
me.
one more thing because this is what I observed after the gate exam, and I still feel regret
Yeah.
because you should skim through the questions before you answer. I think it would be useful.
Okay.
See,
Like
what
instead
I
of getting
found
stuck
is
at a question.
stuck at a question. Exactly. Uh, I wrote aptitude well. Okay. Then I went into the questions. Mathematics, everything, electronics questions. Um, I I observed for till 5 questions. Then I felt it is very tough. I am unable to answer. So I came from the last.
Okay.
From last also, those were very tough questions. From last, yeah, before I reach like aptitude will finish by 15 questions, I guess. It is for
Okay.
50 marks, 10 questions, sorry, 10 questions aptitude, and from the 11th question, you would have the general questions. General question, I wrote it till 15 question, then I moved from last question, 65th question to top. What I found is from 28th question, those are very easy. You would just apply a formula and you'll get the answer.
Okay.
I wasted a lot of time, and I mean I don't have time to see the last 5 questions between
Okay. So
20 and 25.
so
So it is
instead of
better to
planning.
skim through the questions, and if it is just a formula, then apply it and put the answer because it would be recorded.
Okay.
So no need to.
So basically, instead of trying to solve the more conceptual questions first, try to find the questions
Uh,
in which there's a basic substitution
yeah,
of formula.
basic substitution.
Okay. Uh,
And you'll very depressed if you
okay.
are unable to answer the wrong questions. So even though if you solve all the question and you got the wrong answer, you would be very depressed
Okay.
because you have wasted around 5 to 10 minutes for that question.
Yeah.
So it is better to choose the, I mean, go through the questions first and apply the direct formulas if you have any, and then go for the comprehensive questions and everything all. That would be very helpful.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Thank you, Haritha, like for spending time for this. It'll be really useful for all of us.
I hope it would be